Hi guys, thank you so much for joining me today. This video is going to be all about products that I bought that I eventually returned. So I bought these products from the store, some of them online, with the best of intentions, and then they just didn't work for me and I wasn't able to salvage them. And usually I'm pretty good at that. I actually have a whole video about ways to make products work for you even if you don't really like them. I am a big advocate for returning products. I think if something doesn't work for you, especially if you spend a lot of money on it, there is no need for you to feel bad for returning it. If you buy something that doesn't work for you, don't feel any obligation to keep it and waste your money on it. There's no need for that. You shouldn't feel embarrassed to go in and return things. But if you do it all the time, the people at the store will remember. I remembered people at Ulta who would return things like every week. And I mean, they would buy a lot of stuff and then return all of it. And that kind of just, I mean, you throw it away. You can't really put it back in the box and sell it to someone else if someone's put it all over their face. If you do it all the time, remember the people at the store will remember you. So I am just going to get started. I have 5 products here, and the first one is a Dior blush. I don't remember what the shade was called. This one was like a very bright, vibrant, cool pink, like a baby doll pink. And I bought this thinking, wow, this would work really well for me. I love very pigmented blushes. I think the cooler tone pinks flatter me depending on like what look I'm going for, and I do have other cool tone pinks that I love, but something about the way that shade worked on my skin, it just, I don't know how to say it without being morbid, but like, I don't know, it just made me look like I was a dead person and I had makeup on that was trying to make me look like alive, you know? That's exactly what it looked like. It made my skin look clammy almost. I don't know how a blush can do that, but I couldn't make it work. Even when I had a little bit of a tan, even when I used a very, very light hand, no matter what, that blush just did not flatter me in any way. And I'm having trouble figuring out what kind of skin tone that would work for, because I don't know. I don't know who I could recommend that blush for, and it is a very expensive blush. I don't remember how much it cost, but it was up there. I returned that one, and I don't even feel bad about it because that's expensive, and I didn't like it at all, and I was never going to wear it. So the next one is the Coola setting spray. I plan on trying some more SPF setting sprays. I think Kate Somerville has one. I think Supergoop has one as well. So I am excited to try those, but this one particularly was very, okay, so there was multiple things I didn't like about it. Number one, the sprayer sprayed like a water hose. Like, you sprayed your face expecting like a mist, and it would just like get you obviously right in your eye, because that's just how that works. So it got me right in the eye the first time. It smells very strong. I think it's a vegan product, but it's like full of chemicals from what I can tell. From what it smelled like it was full of chemicals. Just very strong smelling. I didn't like that at all. And then another part was, it was very thick. It was like a thick, like a velvety liquid. It was like spraying a gel all over my face. And if I'm going out in the summertime, I'm going to be sweating, I'm going to be hot. I don't want a thick setting spray all over my face. So just everything about that product didn't work for me, and I think that was like in the $20-something range. So I returned that right away. I did not like that product at all. I do not recommend trying it. It was a fail. The third thing was something that I got for the Sephora VIB sale last year, and it was the Mercier Caviar stick. It was in the shade Rose Gold, and I don't know if you remember, but I feel like everyone was talking about the Rose Gold cream shadow stick from Mercier last year. People loved it. People still love it. They still think the formula is good, and I'm not saying the formula is not good. I'm not actually saying anything bad about the product. I just don't understand why I particularly bought it. Why did I buy it? Because number one, I have mentioned before, I don't like cream shadows. I don't own any cream shadows. I decluttered any cream shadow I had in my eye product declutter. So it's not something I'm going to use very often, and it was a gold product, and at the time I never wore gold eyeshadow. I'm just now starting to get comfortable with gold eyeshadows, but back then I never wore it, and I don't know if I thought it was going to be more pinky gold, like rose gold, but it just looked gold on my eyes, and even though it was a like nice champagne gold, it was still gold. So it was like, number one, a shade I'm not going to wear, and a formula I'm never going to wear, and I spent like $20-something on it. So I returned that right away. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I bought it. It was definitely an impulse buy, but I just thought it would magically work for me because it works for everybody else on YouTube, and that was not the case. The fourth product is the Nars Dual-Intensity Eyeshadow in the shade Cassiopeia or Cassiopeia. I don't remember. I think it's named after a god or goddess or a constellation, something like that. And when I saw it in the store and I swatched it on the back of my hand, it was beautiful. It was maybe 2 years ago. So it was right before the whole duochrome trend made a huge impact on the beauty community, especially on YouTube. And now I feel like everything is duochrome. Every brand offers something in duochrome, which I'm happy about because that means that there are more affordable options of duochrome eyeshadows out there. But that one in particular, I just remember swatching it in the store, and it was like a white silvery pink shade, and then it had a purpley pink shift to it, and it was beautiful on the back of my hand. It was beautiful. I do like the Nars Intensity shadow that I have in Himalaya, and I do still wear that. I think it's a good formula, but when I took it home and actually put it on my eyes, it did nothing. It did not show up at all on my eyes, and I already have smaller lids and smaller eyes as it is, so something like that just really doesn't catch the light the way I would want it to, and it was too dark to be worn as a highlighter. There was just nothing I can do with it. I tried to use a base, I tried to use Fix Plus, I tried to use everything to make it like extra beaming on my eyes, and it just never looked the way I wanted it to. It just didn't give me the intensity that I wanted. I feel like nowadays I can easily find something to dupe that, and I can easily find something that's maybe better at actually duochroming. Is that a verb? Duochroming? Actually giving off that effect, that duochrome effect, the way that eyeshadow didn't. And the very last one is a set of Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks. It was the summer collection, and I remember one of them was like a bright yellow liquid lipstick, and I don't know what I was thinking, but I was like, I am gonna be that person who wears crazy liquid lipsticks, and I'm gonna wear yellow liquid lipstick, and it's gonna look fantastic on me, and it's not gonna wash me out at all, and it's gonna be worth the money. So I bought a 5-pack on, I think, Beautylicious website. I don't know what I was thinking. It was like $75 for all these liquid lipsticks. Number one, the applicator on the liquid lipstick was like too big, or just not something I was used to. You figure this was about a year ago. This was before I really had any experience with makeup. I'm still not that great with makeup. I'm still not a professional makeup artist by any means, but back in the day I knew even less than I know now, and I just couldn't get it right, and I just couldn't make it work. And so every time I put it on, it just like got everywhere. It just got all over my face. And of course the yellow looked terrible on me, and it was a bunch of like strawberry pinks, and it just, none of the colors looked good on me. None of them. So those are the 5 products that I have returned. I want to know, what is something that you bought that you were excited to try, and then when you bought it, it just wasn't like you thought it would be. But in the meantime, that's everything I have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!